we had our tactical operations team, SWAT, go in and execute the search warrant. And when they got inside the house, they realized that this is actually going to turn into a human smuggling investigation.
How do you trick this many people into getting kidnapped? But it is, oh shit. But it is, guys. It's your boy BHD, and you guys have been sending me clips on Discord, and today we are here to check them mugs out. Now, more than 90 people found inside Houston home. How the shit. When I first heard that this had happened, I personally thought that it was a bunch of people splitting the rent in 96 different ways. So I was like, oh snap, that's hella good to save money. But then a really good friend of mine, he swiftly let me know, apparently they were kidnapped. So let's do this.
Got to break early because an hour went by quickly. Here's Houston police on this situation.
And in the process of, we had our tactical operations team, SWAT, go in and execute the search warrant. And when they got inside the house, they realized that this is actually going to turn into a human smuggling investigation. So that part of it will be handled by the HSI investigators that are on scene now. But we do have some of our criminal division representatives here from Homicide, Major Assaults and Family Victims, Special Victims Division, and Vice Division. When we got into the house, we realized that there were over 90 people inside. And so we immediately began to assess any kind of a special threat after that. Once we isolated that, we wanted to make sure we rendered any kind of a medical care. So we had HFD with us. We are concerned that there may be some positive COVID cases inside the house. So like, what were they doing with the people exactly? I'm just trying to make sure this wasn't like no type of human centipede type of situation where that doctor was sewing all those rich Caucasian people together and making them eat poop from each other, man. It was shitty, literally shitty, and it was everywhere, man. I watched that movie like 19 times. It is great, but awful, awful. We do have our health department in and out. They will do some rapid testing for that, so we will keep them in the house for now, and they begin to do their investigation. So that's our first concern. And then at some point, once we figure out how many positive COVID cases we have, we may have to quarantine. And we will turn it over to HSI to do.
Where were these people going to the bathroom at? Those are the questions that I have. Were they allowed showers every day? How do you feed 90 people? I can barely feed about 30 actually. Dang.
Do the actual investigative part of it, and we'll assist in any way we can. And that's really all I have right now. I can open up for questions if you have any, as much as I can answer.
Bro, can y'all hear this? Oh, shit. The other one was way more cracks, man. It was like 9 of them. This mic's not on.
Well, we are in a pandemic, and we do have some people in the house that are symptomatic, right? So we've already had some people in the house tell us they're not able to smell and not able to taste, and we did have some people with fever. So we've got the health department going to do some rapid testing and kind of take it from there.
How many women, how many men, children?
No, there's no children inside. Youngest is probably early 20s. And as of right now, I think we have approximately 5 females and the rest are males. No, it's closer to 90. I'm guessing 91, somewhere around there. Absolutely not. No, it was a big surprise when we got in the house and saw what we saw. When with as far as the homicide?
How do you trick this many people into getting kidnapped? That's why they were able to get 85 dudes. I bet they were just going around, hey look, we got this chick, she's bad and she's down. Come on and get into the back of this van. Like, damn. Come to think about it, that's how they did Bang Bus. Makes perfect sense.
I mean, as far as the kidnapping?
Yeah.
Last night we were called to a location and giving some tips, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But we worked through the night to try to figure out exactly where they were, which led us to this address, and we had some pretty information that they were here.
The reason I asked you 90 people in the house, what did you guys think? How do you put 90 people in the house, Dave?
Well, you put them all together in a room and in two separate parts of the house, upstairs and downstairs. It's a two-story house. So they basically, are in there in their basic clothing and all huddled together. So that's what we saw when we got in. No, sir. Yes.
That sucks. Who steals people? That sucks. Damn. Like a car, I could see that. Socks, I've done that before. But people? Damn. See, I didn't even know it was this bad in the world. Apparently, it I ain't even.
That's what we believe. Yeah, that's what we believe. Correct. That's what we believe. Correct. We're still trying to work through all that. I'm sorry. We've actually got them some food. We brought them some food and got them some water. They said they haven't eaten in a while. We're feeding them. We haven't heard anything from any of the neighbors as far as anything that would lead them to believe that there was something like that going on. It's very surprising.
So I'm sure next to the investigation is trying to figure out who owns this home, right? There's a lot of these people here.
Absolutely. We don't know any of that yet. We're working through that. Well, that's what we're working through. We've got to separate who the victims are versus who, as you can imagine, somebody that would be involved with something like this, as soon as they realize we're here, they're probably going to try to become a part of them, right? And so we've got to be able to identify, and that's what we're doing now, identifying. I have no knowledge of any firearms being recovered or anything.
Talk a little bit about the process and what you guys do next with trying to figure out who.
Well, that's where HSI is going to come in. Yeah. First thing first, we want to make sure if we do have any positive COVID cases, we treat that and make sure they get medical care and all that, and then we'll begin to.
Man, some people you just gotta put them down. The people who did this shit sounds like they need to be euthanized. Put down, finished off, but not in that way. We're gonna edit that out.
Start to identify and work through all the other stuff.
Was COVID the only medical concern you guys saw?
That's all we could tell. Yeah, everybody else looked like, other than just some being symptomatic, fever, loss of smell, loss of taste. It didn't look like there were any serious injuries involved. So.
How many would you say are
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
What's the message to people here in the president right now to see what's going on at the border? I'm sure that there's people out there that probably saw something that they didn't think you would.
You know, we always ask the community, please, if you see something, say something. Call us, even if there's any doubt at all, just call us and let us begin an investigation and look into it. We all need to work together. That's something that Chief Finner has been really stressing to the community, not just on something like this, because this is obviously not something we see often, but it is disturbing. In situations where we have violent crime, our focus is to get violent crime down, and we need the help of the community. We need the community to be able to speak with us and work with us to resolve incidents, this included. So.
In your experience, what typically happens in situations like this? You guys know Mexicans or Africans?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they were going to parcel them off into some kind of doing some work or labor or something like that. But it's definitely more of a smuggling thing and not a trafficking thing. I would say, from what we could tell, is probably upper 30s.
So where are those people now? Are they still here, or where are you guys relocate those tonight?
Well, that's what we're going to have to determine, and it's going to depend on what we're going to find out as far as who has COVID and who doesn't.
So they're still in here?
Yes.
Chief, this is the fourth house.
You've been listening to Darren Edwards. He's the Houston Assistant Chief there. There's a situation on Chessington Drive, which is in southwest Houston. The police went in there after receiving a number of tips and found 90 people living in the house. It's a two-story house in what looks like a typical residential neighborhood there in that part of Houston. They believe that it's a human smuggling operation. Of course, human smuggling has been a big concern with all of the increased cross-border traffic that we've seen in illegal migrants. And as well, this appears to be health concerns as well, because a number of people are showing symptoms of ongoing coronavirus infection.
And we're back. Man, that is... whew. I can't believe they've done this. 90 people. Jeez. How do you sell people? Was he shipping to people like drugs? Was he packaging them? Was he at least putting holes in the box? Sis? The world may never know. And that is not from the Tootsie Pop sucker commercial from back in the day with that owl in it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. It's your boy Blastphamoushd. Twist.